9 of Old Dominion's 11 games this season have been decided by one score, and yet the Monarchs have still managed to keep their bowl hopes alive. They're familiar with what it feels like being on razor-thin ice late in the game, trying to gut out a win. And it was no different today in their biggest game of the season. Win and you're in. ODU in their regular season finale hosting Georgia State, who's already headed for a bowl game, but they look to spoil the Monarchs' chances today. And it looked like they would early on. It was about as bad of a start as you could get for Old Dominion. They didn't have a single third down conversion, had just 44 yards of total offense, trailing 21-0 at the break. A lot of that, though, was due to ODU losing 2 key defensive players. Lamarion James was carted off the field. Later, it was ruled that he had suffered a concussion. There was also Jason Henderson, who was carried into the locker room with a leg injury. He currently leads the country in tackles, sits just 27 shy of the single-season record. Obviously very emotional for him as he was not able to continue playing today. After a tough first half for the Monarchs, head coach Ricky Ronnie, what would you say to your players at halftime?
I went around to every single player on our team, and I made them tell me, look me in the eye and tell me that we were going to win this game. One of our core values is character. So, I said, hey, men of character and men of their word, right? And so you guys all told me we were going to win this game, so now you got to be men of your word.
And men of their word, they were. The Monarchs began climbing out of a 21-point deficit late in the third when Grant Wilson connects with Raymello Murphy, 31 yards to get him on the board. They carried that momentum into the fourth. This would be Obi Sani taking it from Wilson, 67 yards to the house for his first career touchdown. And just like that, it's a one-possession game, trailing 21-14. The Monarchs defense also shut down the Panthers offense in the second half. They allowed just a field goal in that entire half and forced the safety here with under 2 minutes remaining, getting the Monarchs within 5. And on the ensuing drive, clock is winding down. Grant Wilson drops back. He's looking. He's got Murphy again, taking this thing all the way into the red zone, setting the Monarchs up first and goal, and with 2 seconds on the clock, fourth down, the season on the line. Wilson with the game-winning touchdown. The Monarchs take it 25-24. ODU comes back from a 21-point deficit, ends the game on a 25-3 run to clinch a bowl berth for the third time in program history. Wilson, after the game, on Ronnie's halftime message.
Coach Ronnie went around to every single player in the locker room and said, repeat this to me, like, we will win this game. And everyone did that. Everyone believed, and there wasn't any doubt on that sideline. And, just get 20 more days with these guys, this family. A lot of people who don't play football don't get to understand how close we are. Offense, defense, special teams, it's just one big family, and it's just so much fun being a part of that. And 20 more days is so awesome.